did you start doing the extreme RV?
Well, we do a lot of what's called build shows and a lot of interesting shows for Discovery Channel and Travel Channel. So I remember it was probably a couple years ago, we decided that, hey, we think it's these builders build these luxury mansions on wheels, and the craftsmanship to go into it is fascinating. So they all get like a big, what's called a diesel pusher, which is built by Mercedes or by Cummins or by International, and they have this empty box on the back of it. And in the empty box, you can do anything. You can build ones for terrain. You can build a double slide out, triple slide out. So there's a ton of build and innovation to go into it. So we are such a culture around the world of a nomadic culture of driving these things and going out and exploring. So when I pitched it to the executives at the network, they loved it. We did the original pilot, and I don't know, I've been doing it for a while ever since, and it's fascinating.
How do you select motorhomes or caravans or RVs for the show?
How do I select?
Because they are so special.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
What we decided to do, because we had many seasons, is every episode we want to give you, and we've been in close contact with a lot of the builders, right? Mm-hmm. And we talk to every one of the builders, and we say, what projects are you working on, and why is it different, and what makes it unique? And we ended up getting to a casting situation where the builders wanted to be on the show, and they would try to say, hey, we have this really cool, innovative kind of trick thing, because when you do 5 or 6 seasons, and I did a lot of episodes of this series, you don't want to show the audience the same thing. So every time, like, oh, we showed that, we showed this. So we ended up splitting our thing into like super luxury or outside adventure, rugged outside adventure, or a vintage one. Like we used to do a whole bunch of stuff on Flight Camp, and they did all the vintage ones. Because some people, and some of it's social economical, some of it's money, where you can only buy a vintage one and you want to go tow it around with your car. And then some people have $500,000 and they want to build a palace on wheels, right? So the series is supposed to be, yes, no matter what you're into, we drag you along and you get to look at the stories, and you'll see at the end an amazing reveal that people like.
Which is your favorite RV from the show?
I have 3. All right, so okay. I'm going to tell you my top 3 that I love the most, right? So, and they're all different, right? So Flight Camp, which is a company in Oregon, and it's called Flight Camp, and then Justin and Anna, they restore it. So they make some of the most amazing vintage RVs, and they had I think it was like a 1942 trolley top that looks like an old vintage train, and it's so beautiful. I mean, it looks like Ernest Hemingway lived there, and there's decanters and beautiful wood. So that one was just for, I don't know, if I was going to take it someplace, it looked like a mobile office from the 1920s. That's amazing. So the one that fits my personal lifestyle the most is Earth Roamer. They make a diesel pusher, which not even a diesel pusher. They make a off-road vehicle, and I think it's on a Unimog chassis, a big Unimog chassis from Mercedes-Benz, and you can take it anywhere. It's also self-sustaining. It's got its own water. It's got its own power. It's kind of like a mobile everything, Armageddon RV, end of the world RV, right? You just get in that thing and you make your own water, you make your own power. It's diesel. You'll never get stuck. It's 4-wheel drive. That thing from Earth Roamer, and they're in Colorado. They're amazing. The other one that I like a lot is from Show Hauler, and they're out of Indiana. There's a group out of Indiana that makes these really nice, amazing looking RVs, but it also has a toy hauler behind it. So it has an RV in front, and then you can pull your UTVs and race cars and motorcycles behind it. So it kind of has both of them. It has a trailer plus a living space, and it's all in one. So you get to drive it, and then right behind you is the RV. So in no particular order, it'd be Flight Camp, Earth Roamer, and Show Hauler.
And really thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias, señora.
Muchas gracias. Adiós.
All right. Adiós. Have a good night. Bye-bye.